My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, you chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, guten Abend aus Deutschland, good evening from Germany. Amber's posted another video. It's titled Having a Breakdown on Camera, Needing a Caretaker, and Going Back to Mukbangs. The whole thing is roughly 13 minutes long. My first question is she's still gaining weight. She's not losing weight at all. Having a breakdown on camera is just another desperate attempt to get people to care about her, even though she has been shown for years that she doesn't care what people think of her. Needing a caretaker is going to invite a lot of lies on her part and a lot of delusion. And going back to mukbangs, I double dare her to do it. Let's see what she has to say this time.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog.
Hey Amber.
I know it's been a hot minute.
I had no problem with that.
Trying to figure out, like, why am I not in the mood to film? Like, what is happening?
I'm guessing that your laziness is now surpassing your greed for money to be able to overeat on a daily basis. But that's just a stab in the dark.
It's like, besides the obvious, just heartbreak, sadness, loneliness, and it's because
I don't want to hear about that because you refuse to get medical treatment and to be medicated. You told us in the last vlog that you're not on any medication and that it's just flat out insane.
I honestly feel like I'm supposed to be a certain way that like I just don't I don't feel that way right now, like at all. I'm supposed to be thriving as single and right now I'm just
thriving at a weight of 600 pounds. Absolutely not. Still being the Lulu.
I can't say that I 100% am. And it's like I don't want to like make all my videos about, oh my god, I'm heartbroken, like I miss my ex or I miss our friendship or this or that. Like I don't want
all of a sudden after 4 months of doing so.
all my videos to be that, but I just feel like if I come on here and I'm like, I seem sad or something, I feel like a lot of people are going to be like wondering like what's wrong and stuff. And really it's just like there's a lot of stuff up here. There's a lot.
That's why a lot of people are not worried about you anymore, because you refuse to get treatment. You are clearly riddled with mental disorders and a food addiction that you have not been able to do anything about. And so I don't think a lot of people are worried about you anymore because they see that every day you consciously decide to live this life.
Stuff in my heart, there's a lot of stuff I'm just not saying. I don't know, I just feel like there's expectations that I'm not succeeding at or I'm not fulfilling, and I need to take away that thought and just be like, this is my life, this is what I'm currently going through.
That's what you've been doing, though. I don't know what the change would be in doing that.
And I'm tired of wondering, like, are these expectations, like, am I meeting them? Because no, I'm not. I'm not going to be meeting them. I just kind of have to live life for me in this moment. Stop focusing so hard on, like, I need to make the best vlog possible because it's just not happening. So
you were never worried about that. What just hit me though is around this time of year last year, were you not saying that it's time to save your life? To fight for your life, to make the right decisions? And you've gained weight ever since. We've seen you pop Delta gummies for months on end. and overeat on takeout every single day for weeks on end, just this year alone. I don't know what's going wrong in that head of hers. She needs to be supervised and properly assessed, analyzed, and then treated.
So right here we have some dirty clothes that I'm actually going to be taking to a laundromat because, as you guys know, my dryer was making that really weird noise. Maintenance came, listened to it, and they were like shocked. They were like, I've never heard a dryer make this noise in my life. So I'm waiting for them to come fix it. I'm just really excited to be able to use the washer and dryer here. I have tons of dirty clothes that I need to do, so I'm actually gonna go do that today. But I really just wanted to check in with you guys and say, like, overall, I'm okay. Do I have breakdowns where I cry at nighttime all by myself? Yes, but I'm alive. And I'm grateful for certain people in my life. I'm grateful for my fur babies. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful to just be here to live
and still have the money to overeat, apparently, because, oh my gosh, are the slimming filters right now turned off? I know you guys know I don't have the knowledge, the technical knowledge to determine that, but oh my gosh, does she look big. And she's right in front of the camera, so either the filters are turned off or the filters just can't swing it anymore.
Heal, and it's gonna be a process. And it's like, I literally am heartbroken ×2. And it's not something that I want to like talk about, but it's so heavy on my chest that it's just like, it's there. I am heartbroken ×2 because, you know, my recent ex that you guys know, and then the girl I was talking to, and I told you guys about her, how I fell in love, da da da.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Honey bun, sweetie pie.
Like, I'm heartbroken over both of these things, and it's just been very hard and very heavy. I just wanted to let you guys know that, like, these next couple months, behind the scenes, I'm gonna be just like hurting a lot. It is what it is. But like,
you're always hurting. Doesn't that make you wonder if you should make different decisions in your life? I don't know, you know, if somebody, like, if you've like you guys, like people watching this right now and listening to me, if you've ever been assessed and analyzed, you know, your emotional and mental condition, were you not asked if you have been sad a lot? And if she gave that answer, that would be concerning because she is more depressed and more heartbroken and more suffering from something than anybody else I know. Like nonstop. And I'm a depressed person, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm depressed a lot. But not half as much as she is. And I still function in this world out here, and she does not. So why does that not alarm her to a point where she actually gets herself some professional help?
when me and my recent ex first broke up, like every day I would come on here and like cry to you guys and talk about it and give you these play-by-play updates. That's just not.
And get plowed and overeat without any more boundaries.
What I want for this. I think that's why right now it's very much like word vomit and just like explaining myself, that if you guys see me, you know, just like kind of down and maybe I go MIA for a little bit, it's just because I'm trying to like fix my broken heart and I just don't know how.
By what? By overeating? Dude.
To do that right now. Okay, so I just got done walking Twinkie and I made some
Of course you have walked Twinkie. I believe you.
very, very thin pork chops. She thinks that she's getting some, but she's not. They're super tiny and thin. Just cooked it in the air fryer. And I added some garlic salt and some pepper. As for my drink, which is literally my most favorite thing right now, Gatorade Zero Glacier Freeze. This is my last one.
You should be drinking nothing but water.
So I'm gonna enjoy it. I also have the fruit punch one. This one, it's okay, but this one by far is the best one I've ever had.
Well, at least she left the house.
They're now in the dryer Hello.
Oh my god. How does this not alarm her? Like when she's out and about, right? Doesn't she ever consciously walk towards a glass door and see her whole body reflection and think, holy smokes. Like she told us at Marshall's, she walked past a whole body mirror and it kind of jolted her awake. Apparently only for a few seconds because there's no weight loss happening here.
Alright, so clothes are done. I had to buy like these stretchy baggies because I accidentally ripped the trash bags. So that's a situation.
Okay.
Hey guys, so it is the next day. I am just getting ready. I'm about to put on some lipstick here. So I really am sad because I don't know, I thought of something.
And so you figured I'm gonna turn the camera on and tell my friends?
Because I just found out something. So a lot of you
That you're not gonna talk about?
say that like I'm looking for a caretaker. And for a minute there I was just like accepting it because you guys know I do not drive. I just don't. I don't drive.
That's why you're acting like a slut on TikTok. That's why you're dancing like, I don't know, like somebody else probably would at a club after 20 drinks. You're just desperate and it comes across that way.
I have an anxiety, but obviously I am thinking about getting my license. That is something I'm thinking about. And I get
Well, you're gonna have to lose some weight, otherwise those legs won't fit into the leg room of any standard size car.
a lot of crap for the fact that I don't drive. But I just found out, all within the span of 24 hours, that y'all's favorite reaction channel doesn't drive. And Tana,
What? I don't even have any reaction channel that I'm a fan of. What? Y'all's favorite reaction channel. She's so delulu.
Tana Mongo, whatever her last name is, I'm bad at pronouncing, as you guys know. She also doesn't drive. It's just like there's a lot of other, obviously, probably people on YouTube who don't drive, and no one says like, oh, you need a caretaker. So I have put two and two together.
We're not saying you need a caretaker to drive you around. That would be a chauffeur. What we are saying is that you've eaten yourself to a size where, yes, you've proven to us that you can stand inside your shower, but you can't bend over anymore to wash anything. We've also said to you that you need a caretaker because your arms are too short to reach your butthole, and so you can clearly not wipe yourself anymore. And also because you're letting yourself go for weeks on end. Not so far at this new apartment, and I'm actually giving you credit for that. But you don't take showers for weeks on end. You have inches of greasy roots, and you stand in front of the camera lying about just getting out of the shower or whatever. And that is what is alarming a lot of us out here. And it's also not that we're trying to be mean or anything, but you need a caretaker. You should also not be drinking alcohol anymore or doing drugs because, oh my gosh, you are a heart attack or blood clot away from ending your life, you know.
I realized that people say that to me because of my weight. And
No, there are people that are probably at your weight that are more agile than you are, but you are very immobile. Like it shows when you're out of breath, just standing up, when you're leaning against counters just to be able to stand for longer than 10 seconds. It shows in so many things that you do not understand because you're so delusional. Us, however, out here, or a whole bunch of us out here, are not, and that's why we can tell.
I'm feeling sad about it. I just don't think it's okay. I literally live on my own. I do everything by myself.
No, you just had your mom take you to the laundromat. What are you talking about? Do you have some kind of virus? Like, guys, I've been watching House. rewatching House, Gregory House, MD, and he's dealing with a lot of patients that have like worms or infections, bacteria, And during a bunch of episodes, I was thinking of Amber because she is so delusional. She's so detached from the real world and from logic that, again, I don't believe she should be living on her own because she's telling us now she's living on her own. She doesn't fix anything by herself. There are still no pictures hung up. If it hadn't been for her mom's boyfriend, then her TV would have never gotten hooked up. I mean, she can't do anything by herself besides maybe throwing something in the air fryer or ordering takeout food.
I don't need nobody, but yeah.
Yeah, you do, honey bun, sweetie pie. I mean, somebody that can't even wipe their own ass shouldn't be this smug.
Yes, I don't drive. And
It's not because of the driving, it's not just because of the driving. It's pretty clear that physically you cannot put your legs in the legroom of a standard size car. And I'm also doubting that you have the mental capacities to operate a vehicle because you are kind of slow.
to find out, a lot of people don't. A lot of people
Okay, but what does that have to do with you now?
that I thought drove actually don't. So are we gonna look at the reaction channel and say, oh, you need a caretaker because you don't drive?
No, you need a chauffeur because you don't drive and because you can't walk anywhere. You've eaten yourself to a size and into a physical condition where you can't walk far. You need a driver everywhere. You need a caretaker to wipe your ass and to help you wash the skin folds that you can no longer reach.
It's just like, it's such a weird concept to me that like it's okay to say that to me because of my weight. I was like,
No, I don't think no, it's not because of your weight. It's because of how lazy you've allowed yourself to get. And not the weight, it's more the size. Like there are people maybe your size that only weigh 400. So I don't know. What I find interesting is how she keeps talking about things as if it's people out here that do her wrong, instead of saying, holy shit, I've wrecked my life, I need to make changes. That never fails to amaze me.
I'm gonna say anything, but it's just like I need to like stick up for myself. I need to stand up for myself just a little.
Or you could change things in your life to where you no longer need a caretaker and a chauffeur.
A little bit more. I'm just not doing enough of that. I think it's really important that people stand up for themselves.
It would help if you had a few more IQ points, but here we are, right?
I'm trying my best. Hello. So it's been a hot minute since I talked to you guys. Like,
Amber, are your slimming filters broken? What happened?
the whole day. I actually just got home. I ran some errands with my mom and we went and got lunch together.
Yeah, you can do everything by yourself, but every time you leave the house, your mother takes you to places. So miss me with the whole I live by myself, I don't need anybody shit.
And now I'm gonna give you guys a really quick grocery haul. Pesto tortellini, some sour cream and chives mashed potatoes, chicken stuffing. I got some of these like raviolis. This is Italian sausage and a chicken
She eats like a teenager that has no care in the world about their health.
and roasted garlic, paper towels, pork chops because I'm obsessed, some olive oil and garlic, just sauce for the raviolis. I got some ramen noodles.
Of course, the ramen noodles, and of course these. Oh, wow.
And of course, I got a ton of my most favorite drink right now. It is so freaking good. And then I got a ton of veggies: broccoli, cauliflower, radish, celery.
Good. Now, I would be impressed about that if you hadn't shown us vegetables for years now. And look at the size of the bottom of your arm, like between your elbow and your hand right now. Why are you not worried about cutting your lifespan short by overeating on the wrong foods on a daily basis? Amber? Why?
Random stuff, and of course apples.
So I wonder what happens with these veggies and fruits, because apparently she's never eating them. Maybe she just puts them in there for haul purposes and then tosses them out.
I look like a mess. I
You look big, honey bun, sweetie pie. Dude.
feel like a mess. This is like a moment where I literally told myself that I was not going to do this. I was not going to do this.
Oh, she's gonna cry on camera. The poor thing.
Like, the truth is, as the time goes on and I am losing more and more of like the
Mobility. Viewers.
two people that I love, which is such a weird concept that like you can love more than one person at a time, because like
You need to learn how to love, period. You can't love two people at the same time. You can't even love one person. You can't even love yourself.
really never believed that you could, but truth is you can.
Truth is, you have no idea what you're talking about.
And it's just like the more I lose them and the more time goes, like I just feel so broken. And
But you need to start self-reflecting and seeing how you scared them off, all of them, to a degree where they do not even want to be in contact with you anymore. That is so strange.
and I go out and I do things and I try to distract myself the best that I can, and then
Yeah, that is your biggest problem. You shouldn't be distracting yourself and self-medicating with food. You should finally do what you've been holding TED Talks about, going inwards and really dealing with these issues.
come home and I am just hit with like loneliness and all of my thoughts, all of them, and all.
What kind of thoughts do you have, though? Like, what am I gonna eat next? Or how dare these bitches dump me? What are the thoughts you're talking about?
All of my feelings are just like heightened and just there for me to listen to and for me to feel, and I just don't like it. It is literally torture. I feel like I'm being tortured because it's like it's that type of like loneliness and that type of pain where it's like a lump in your throat and your chest is super heavy and you just like feel like you're gonna spiral.
But you've let too much stack up. You've been moving from relationship to relationship where you were the abusing party, and at the same time you were lying to your audience about being in a each one of them was the perfect relationship. And when they broke up, she told us that they're gonna remain friends and they're gonna stay in touch, and it's all just, it was repetitive, and there was no closure and no lesson learned at all.
Like, that's how it feels. I just don't know how to be alone.
You're gonna have to learn, though. I mean, there are YouTube videos that help you with that. And maybe you can, I don't know if you still have it, that self-love workbook that you were talking about in 2019, and start getting to know yourself, and not just try to land the next caretaker.
I don't. And I'm coming to terms with that more than like ever. Like, I physically can be alone, but mentally,
No, you can't. You keep calling your mom over to help you with stuff. But what she's explaining here is not that uncommon. A lot of people do that. They don't like how they feel, like after a breakup or about life in general, and then they don't want to have these thoughts and feelings. It's too dark, it's too heavy, and so they use drugs, alcohol, sports, whatever, watching a lot of TV, watching a lot of, being on the internet a lot. They use a lot of tactics, and sometimes I do, I admit it. And, including food, to not do that. But she's been doing it for 10 years, documented on her channel, and she's 32 years old, hasn't learned a thing about relationships or social skills or interactions with others. It's time. I mean, you know.
It's hard, and I think what's making it hard is like the fact that I'm not 100% happy. Like I'm going through so many different emotions when it comes to like two heartbreaks at one time, and it's
Because you never processed the ones before that. You treated your spouses like shit. You took advantage of them. You bled them dry until they finally had no more to give. Until they finally said, I'm not getting anything out of this, and I need to go work on myself. And you documented it, and you said on your channel that here and there you watch your old videos. How come you never have any epiphanies, any realizations about what what a bad person you are?
just causing me to like go through a low. Like I'm just like really low, and I don't know how to handle it because it's like I want to fill.
Well, no longer with food and with drugs and with alcohol, I would say, because, you know, it doesn't do you any good. And also shopping doesn't help you, and you should have learned that by now, but no.
I want to do my job, but it's like how can I do it when I can barely like
You do not have a job. That's another delusion you have. This is not a job. Posting a 10 to 20-minute video every week, that is not a job. It is an income. You know, it is a side hustle. Others have YouTube as a job, you know, being a content creator, but not Amber Reed. She does not. This is not her job. She has no idea what a job is.
focus on like anything. I don't even know how to explain it. Like
Yeah, that's the problem with most of your vlogs.
I don't even know. I just am having a hard time separating job from my real life.
Yeah, you do not have a job. All you have is a life without any structure, um, without pushing yourself, without ever advancing in anything, without making any progress, and that would depress anyone.
Because it just doesn't make sense. Because my job is my life.
You're trying to sell your life as a job, you know, for coin, for an income. And your life sucks. I mean, you've allowed yourself to get to this point, and yeah, who would be happy about that?
And like there's no break from that. You know, sometimes I miss having that job where I have to get up and I have to go and just leave my mind the best that I can, and I have to focus on other people and other things.
But you hardly ever did. Even when you were at that care facility, you were filming patients and you were filming coworkers. One of them even said, "Don't film me," and you kept filming her.
Oh, Christmas tree. All right, Casey. What do you mean? What's wrong?
Do that to me? No, God dang.
Okay, I'll stop.
Oh, shit!
Quit, I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna pee. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm gonna pee. Oh, you guys want to know something? It's haunted here at night. They saw a little girl on the cameras.
Ow, your elbows in my hip.
You were all about getting out of that job, and it was a part-time job anyway. And so you never took your job seriously.
And yes, I could go get a different job. I love you.
No, you could not. You could not. If you self-reflected, you would understand that you cannot do a job where you're sitting a lot because of your problems with blood circulation in your legs. You cannot stand for long. You do not have the IQ to hold a job that would expect for you to just be mentally active, and so you're screwed. I don't know what you could do that wouldn't involve monetizing and clickbaiting the size of your body, because you have nothing else. And I'm saying this with all due respect. I'm saying this taking into consideration everything we know of her from her channel. There's just nothing there. What job could she possibly get? She has eaten herself to a size where it's physically not possible. She's allowed herself to be mentally lazy for decades now, so her IQ has either dropped or was never high. And so,
YouTube. I don't want to quit YouTube. Right now, I'm
well, you can't afford it. It's your only way to make money.
focusing on how can I healthily bring both of these things together without bombarding you guys with like just my sadness. I don't want to do that again. But I'm just having a hard time.
Of course, you're having a hard time because you've been allowing yourself all that gluttony, that laziness, never challenging yourself, and always living on the dime of others. Of course, that's depressing, and it's probably hard to get out of, I could imagine.
Like, and I've, like, stupidly, I've thought of, like, why don't I just go back to, like, filming mukbangs? And it's like, that's
That would be the solution to a lot of your problems.
not who I am anymore. It would be ultimately the easiest choice I could make. Is just
No, because you would have your videos demonetized. And just to let you guys know, I watched Foodie Beauty's latest today and I reported her again for self-harm because she's totally getting out of control with her daily mukbangs. That is just insane.
eat for you guys and just eat on camera.
Eat for you guys. Not for you guys, for the feeders. You think you're gonna get your views back by stuffing your face? You're the heaviest you've ever been. Look at yourself. I mean, if you want to eat yourself to death, go ahead, but you're not going to make a whole lot of money doing it. I'm going to make sure.
It would help my bank account, it would help my views, it would help engagement, it would help take my mind off of everything, but it's like, that's not who I am anymore. And
Imagine she is contemplating eating on camera more after, if she had any kind of way to think logically, she would understand that when she started doing mukbangs, just like with Chantal, yes, their views went up, but they ate themselves to those sizes, you know, that they are now. And to even think about going back to that, it's just completely delulu.
it's like, I can't take the easier way out. I can't do that. I can't do that
You know, you've been doing that for over 10 years on YouTube. You should find another solution.
to myself. And like, ultimately, I don't want to do that to you guys. I don't want to do that to the people who have continuously supported me and they've seen growth in me. I can't do that.
There is absolutely no growth, and I don't know who or what kind of personality it would take or what kind of IQ to state about her that she's made any kind of growth except for physical growth, you know, her body.
And I won't do that. But it's like, I do have that nagging thought in my brain of like, well, just do that then.
Yeah, continue to be lazy and just shovel food down your gullet and get paid for that. Of course, that is on your mind. Because you're not ready to change anything for the positive in your life. And it's been like this for years now.
I don't want to do that. So it's like, I'm just like stuck in this weird spot of just like trying to figure it all out, because it's like, not only did I lose people that I was in love with, but it's like I lost my best friend and I just feel so freaking lost. I know I rely so hard on someone else to make me feel good.
And to do the basics in your home for you, you know. You took advantage of Becky for 4 years. She was zombified because of antidepressants and all kinds of other things she was on, and you didn't care. She still had to be your slave and cater to you. That was kind of cold. And then you tried to do the same with YP until she took off. You're just trying to bleed everyone dry until they finally say, that's it, I'm out.
And I hate it.
And so now, wouldn't the logical consequence be her thinking maybe I should change my ways and not think about going back to the ways that actually got people to say, I'm out? You see how she's completely delusional. She should look for new ways to deal with life you know, maybe lose weight and see if her views go back up. And treat people differently and see if people stick around. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
I just want to feel good by myself.
Yeah, that's the main problem. You do not want to do the hard work that it takes to make changes in your life.
And I know that's gonna be like that's gonna be a challenge. And I'm honestly,
A challenge that you've been avoiding for 10 years now.
I see the comments now where it's like, at the beginning of this video, I was like, I'm not gonna talk about this, and da-da-da-da, I don't want to cry, and then here I am, literally the next day, in the same video, crying.
Yeah, you've been doing that for years. Everything you do on your channel is repetitive. There's nothing new. There are no positive changes. There's no progress. There's no you challenging yourself. It's the same old, same old. You trying to, you know, look like a high schooler, speaking like a middle schooler. The IQ is dropping because you don't challenge yourself. Your body is increasing in size because you won't stop overeating. And here we are.
Sometimes just like talking about it helps, and just crying and letting it out helps, because I shove down so many tears all the time.
No, you shove down your feelings by overeating every day.
And it's like, I need to like stop doing that.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel better now. I'm currently standing in my kitchen eating Cool Whip.
That is so surreal. That is so surreal. But go ahead, Amber, eat on camera again.
With a butter knife out of the container.
Yeah. And I fucking herself in the viewfinder as she is doing it, which of course makes me report her video.
Yeah. So I was cuddling with Rarity on the bed after my crying session. Hello. Say hello. How you doing? I talked to a friend of mine and I feel better. So sometimes you just need to cry. So I cried. Sadness, pain, heartbreak, all of it's coming in waves, and you guys happen to just witness, well, partially witness.
What we are witnessing is her turning in circles like a turd in the toilet bowl, that once you flushed, you know, the farther it goes down, the faster it spins, and that's what she is doing. There is absolutely no change. Was she not just done talking about not wanting to do mukbangs, and now she's here with a butter knife eating Cool Whip out of a pot?
Witness one of them, and I could take it out of this video, but honestly, I'm done wearing a mask. I'm done. Go through portions of the day where I'm really happy and portions of the day where I'm really low. And if I plan on continuing to grow as a person...
Continuing to grow? Where is she getting that lingo? What makes her think that she can even use that expression when she hasn't grown except for in physical size? There is no progress.
YouTuber and grow more connected to you guys, then I have to be honest with where my head's at.
Okay, and thanks for watching, and that's the outro. Hey, I'm already at almost 40 minutes, so there's not much more to say. It's the same old, same old. Both of these women eating themselves to death and being delulu about it. That's all I got. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.